terms of the way hip hop has been bastardized and the way it's been turned to push certain agendas, the most obvious one in recent years has been the feminization of men. So if you think back to when I was coming up in the hip hop game in the 90s and just getting into that music and starting to play it on the radio and playing it in clubs, it was very, very rare to find a gay rapper. And I remember in 1999, there was this phenomenon of the gay rapper. There was like this rumor going around the industry that a certain high-profile rapper was gay, because back in the late 90s, that was a major event, because hip-hop was so kind of macho, you know, masculine, that anyone that came out as gay in that industry was ridiculed and was kind of laughed out of the game, rightly or wrongly. I'm not saying that was a correct approach, but look at how things have changed now, due to social engineering, due to that slow drip effect of changing people's attitudes, changing people's perceptions. Now, it's no big deal at all to have gay rappers. And actually, you have many prominent hip-hop artists who are getting pictured wearing dresses, getting pictured wearing women's clothing. They're very feminine in that they're wearing rainbow colors, they're wearing makeup, eyeshadow, all of this. And nobody thinks this is unusual anymore. Nobody's got any kind of objection to this. And it just speaks to how social engineering gets done over the years, and people's attitudes get slowly changed. And the feminization of men has become a very serious problem in society now, because if you look at the way this COVID stunt has been pulled off, if the architects of this narrative had tried this one 30 or 40 years ago, I feel that they would have encountered a lot of resistance from armies of real men, militias of masculine men stepping into their true nature and rising up and rebelling against the tyranny that's been dropped on the people, representing the interests of the community at whole, coming together and providing some pushback to what was being done to us. That would have happened, I feel, in previous generations. But in 2020, 2021, no such resistance. And I can speak to the dynamic here in the UK because I feel a very successful job has been done, probably at the hands of the Tavistock Institute and all these social engineers, of dumbing men down, feminizing them, removing that natural masculine tendency out of them, that self-defense instinct that should be there in authentic men, because that's what it means to be a real male. And we've seen very little resistance. There's been no real pushback, and most men have just rolled over and taken what's been dumped on us. And the saddest thing that I see in society is when you see big, stocky men with shaven heads and, you know, tattoos everywhere, and 30 years ago, there'd have been football thugs kicking off on the terraces at football games, you know. But these days, they're wearing a mask, standing behind a bit of tape in the supermarket, doing what they're told by some 16-year-old COVID marshal on the door, and not any kind of fuss whatsoever. So, RIP real men.